It's a privilege to have a moment like this when we are able to appreciate music as a ministry, to appreciate what our singers and our instrumentalists provide for us in the way of spiritual service. What they do is to bring music into the presence of God and thereby bring us into his presence. If you think of it, music enables us to live a full life. It enables us to celebrate. Think of dances. It enables us to fall in love. Think of ballads. It enables us to be sad. Think of laments. It enables us to be solemn. Think of marches. And music does this in two ways. First, it gives us words. It poetically gives words that help us express the nature of what we are doing, what we are feeling. But even deeper than the words is the sound that enables us to feel what we are feeling. The sound that tells us the truth of our heart at this moment. And so, if music does this throughout human life, it's no surprise that music enables us to live intimately with God. And as with the life among us, our life with God is multifaceted. And you'll hear that tonight. Because music partners with the means Christ gave us to be intimate with God, and that is the sacraments. Music and sacraments walk a parallel path. They take something tangible, both take something tangible, a word, a sound, bread, wine, water, and make those tangible things bridges to the intangible. And so, in the first portion of this program, you will hear our choirs sing of baptism and confirmation, telling us, yes, about the nature of those two sacraments, but also enabling us to feel what it means to be people in whose lives God has acted in a definitive way, acted to heal, acted to enlighten, acted to anoint with gifts, so that we are in church on a Thursday night as men and women who want to be close to our Maker and have the Spirit's gifts for serving Him in the way He designates, in harmony with our own uniqueness as His creator. Please now open your ears.
Think of how, think of how God loves you. Think of how God loves you. He calls you, He calls you His own children, His own children.
to survive, to work hard, to live dutifully, and at the same time to have a respite from surviving in the relaxation of the banquet. And there is music to go in both facets of that human table. But we here have the music of the heavenly table. And it invites us to realize what is in our hearts. That we are being brought into an entirely different way of living. A life beyond survival. A life of unceasing growth. Even when the body ages, the soul is growing, seeing more clearly in faith, longing more ardently in hope for the homeland of God that is promised, and loving ever more completely and purely, recognizing the gift of God that is oneself,
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you all so very much for coming this evening. My name is Carl Meyer. I'm the Director of Music and Mission here at St. Thomas Aquinas, and the choir and I have been working to prepare these pieces for about 2.5 months, and we are so thrilled to be able to share them with so many of you. One of the things that we do partway through the concert is listen to just a beautiful piece of music on the organ. So what you're going to hear is a meditation on Veni Creator Spiritus, which you heard the chant version of just a little bit earlier on, so you'll recognize the themes coming through. I happen to love, Kathleen showed me this composer a while back. His name is Paul Fye, and he has this amazing generation of energy that you can feel in this particular piece of music. It's just spectacular. So when you think of the Holy Spirit, I always think in this piece of the Spirit of God hovering over the waters right before the moment of creation, right? And this explosion of energy and power. That's this. Anyway, no pressure, Kathleen. What we're also going to do at this time is we're going to take up a free will offering. If you are able and willing to support the music ministry here at St. Thomas, it does a number of things. It allows us to invest in new music that we can use around Christmas and Easter. We need a lot of it. We also occasionally have to bring in some outside musicians of various types to bring solemnity to some of the special occasions. It helps us with that, and this year it's going to do something very special as well. So many of you know that 2 summers ago I spent about 10 days in Poland with the Dominicans in Krakow at the Dominican Liturgical Center, and I went with 2 of our choir members, and it was a life-changing week. Really revolutionized the way I thought about beauty in the liturgy and beauty in music. And while I was there, I noticed that another university had actually brought some students with them and given them some scholarships to get there. So this year, over the course of the year, you're going to hear us trying to raise money for that so that we can hopefully offer some spots to university students who are interested in music, who would benefit from deepening their liturgical understanding. We also happen to have a number of choir members who are going because it was such a wonderful trip. So if you're willing to help us on the way towards that, there's a QR code in your programs, and some of our younger choir members are going to be coming around with baskets. It's another sort of less traditional way to donate is if you happen to have a lot of airline miles and you'd like to get a student a ticket. That is actually the largest expense. The actual conference over there is relatively cheap. It's just getting there is hard. Anyway, with that, generation of energy, Kathleen is going to be the Holy Spirit for you. It's going to be fantastic. Please enjoy Veni Creator Spiritus.
Music also enables us to experience and to express the gift of being recognized. The joy of it, the surprise of it, the challenge of it. In the world, the song of recognition is one of superiority, of standing out. Here, in the gifts of marriage and in the gift of the ordained life, recognition is converted by the work of Jesus. That in our individuality and uniqueness, we are called by Him to be like Him and to give ourselves away. And to discover that in His resurrected life, giving ourselves away as husbands and wives, as mothers and fathers, as priests and religious, and in so many other kinds of service in the church, giving ourselves away is not losing ourselves, but discovering that this is what we were made for. most frequent comments I hear in the confessional is, Father, I keep saying same things over and over again. People come with failure that seems implacable. They always say in response, you know, the issue may not change, but you are changing. Every time you come and confide to God this challenge to yourself, and are willing to receive His forgiveness and start over, but every time that happens, you change. You grow more patient, more humble, and more confident in His power to sustain and grow your life. And so too, those we anoint recognize that no weakness, no weakening in their body is outweighed by His gift of life. That He even makes the moment of sickness, the moment of surgery, the moment of aging, a time of growth. It is music that has the capacity to speak in word and in sound God's language of reversal.
We have come to our very last song of the evening, and I apologize. I told you it was going to be under an hour. It looks like we're going to be like an hour and 3. So, we've had a wonderful time singing for you tonight, and we would like to encourage you in this next piece of music to maybe join us for a little bit of it. You'll know when it's your turn. And the choir has been singing just with gorgeous full voice tonight and filling this space with sound. But I can tell you as a music director, and all of us as musicians, liturgical musicians, will also tell you, nothing makes us happier than when you don't need us in the choir and we can hear you from the congregation. So please, make us happy. Thank you so much for coming tonight. We were so grateful to have all of you present, and we really enjoyed putting all of this together for you. We have also enjoyed putting together a delicious reception across the hall, so please proceed that way, and we'll see you there.